Greetings from Paul Levy from FringeReview, and you might not quite believe, and I can't quite believe, that I'm already talking about Edinburgh Fringe 2026, and I'm sitting in our home city of Brighton, and coming up much sooner than Edinburgh in May is Brighton Fringe. And the FringeReview inbox is already filling up, and not surprisingly perhaps, with some shows announcing themselves for Adelaide, which is early in the new year. There are Fringe festivals happening right now. I think Colchester Fringe is currently on, and the inbox has been pretty full with stuff there as well. So why am I talking about Edinburgh 2026? And the reason is because as we go into November, and we've already had a few, we're already getting early announcements of shows happening at the Edinburgh Fringe. This is about getting on our radar, and we'll probably forget. And when I say we, there's a team of about 35, I think, from last year. They may well be receiving show information. We'll probably forget about those, but seeds of memory are planted. Literally, I think that's what means getting on the radar. And I always think, like with air traffic control and that kind of thing, if you use that metaphor, the radar, if things are kind of circling in, some are on the outside and they're not a priority for landing yet, and others obviously become the priority, such as Colchester Fringe here in the UK. But Edinburgh is literally just under a year away. You might think we've only just got over August, but actually a couple of months is a long time in the Fringe calendar. So we're getting, particularly I'd say from bigger shows, perhaps not surprisingly, they've already got PR companies that they may employ on a project basis, but that project is a year-round project, and so they're involved in the tours that followed the Edinburgh Fringe. But you might just be doing your own solo show, you might be part of the Free Fringe, and it really is okay, at least from the FringeReview point of view, to get you on our radar. In fact, it's quite a humbling thing to see you already thinking about it. And it may well be that there are shows we missed, not surprisingly with well over 3,000 last year, and just letting us know you'll be back, either with the development of that show or a new one, really does get on the radar, because we might be regretting that we did miss you. It's just the sheer lack of resources and people that publications have got. We can't review everything. So letting us know in case you missed us, which might be the opening line, we're going to be back, or we are now doing a new show, or the new version of the show, or there are new members of the cast that might be happening, or that you've won awards since, keeping up to date. All of that is worth doing now. I would say that the horizon for the Edinburgh Fringe is actually 12 months, and that's why we got a couple of review kind of articles from companies coming in saying, by the way, since you reviewed us, these are the reviews we've had, and this is what's happened since. And just to let you know, that's led to us deciding we're going to be here next year. Now, not everyone does it, and I'd say not enough people do it. You might think that it's just too early, but some of those are the companies that end up too late. And certainly with FringeReview, we take on new reviewers, but certainly also some, I'd say the bigger publications are already scheduling. There are already people deciding what they're going to see. Now, not everybody, but it certainly does no harm. And I would say that by Christmas, we all need to know about your shows with at least one press release. They can be very newsy, they can be very celebratory, they can build that narrative from what you have been doing, and so you can tell the story of we're premiering next year, we're going to be there with a new show, or we're going to be there for the first time. But certainly I'd say the continuation story of what happened to your show, it's going to be back, we may have missed it, or we may have reviewed you, but you just want to let us know that that show's developing and it's going to be back in a new form. All of those things are really good. The second thing, though, is also to create the dialogue, not of your show, but of your company. And so just letting us know what you're up to and telling us about where the company's been creates an awareness of the ongoing story. The narrative isn't just one show, or even from show to show, but it's part of a vision that you've got as a company. And this might be the second show developing previous work. I'd say, without wishing to insult anybody, we're not as busy perhaps as we are when we're up in Edinburgh, where it goes crazy. And it's therefore a good time just to remind us who you are. And for example, for me as one of the editors, we will forward stuff. It may well be that one of our reviewers we know is a clown reviewer, that you've just played a clown festival somewhere in the world. You're letting us know about your Edinburgh show, and I will forward that to one of our reviewers who may well be back in Edinburgh, or might catch your work before Edinburgh if it's also playing. So telling us what the company is up to can be around an email locating you're giving us the news you're going to be in Edinburgh and these are the tentative dates or the venue, but also you can use that email to point to other dates that are happening around the country, the region or the world, and then Edinburgh just becomes part of that bigger story. But I would say as we head towards the end of October, it's already not late, but it's very timely before the Christmas rush where shows happen, to let us know October, November time what you're up to, and particularly creating that narrative link to where you've been and where you will be in Edinburgh, or when you were in Edinburgh last time, what's changed, what's new, or just invite us to at least pencil things in our diaries. It's good to hear from you. Some people won't read it, some people will just ignore it because it's not nearly Edinburgh time, but I would say the year-round reviewing teams particularly will be interested to hear from you right now. So let us know what you're up to, and particularly in relation to the Edinburgh Fringe. Have a good autumn.